Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be reacting to the new Hello Neighbor 2 trailer that came out. We are also going to be analyzing it, and we're going to be looking at and analyzing new teaser images that came out today along with the PlayStation trailer. So, without further ado, let's just start doing our thing. Alright, this looks the same so far. This looks the exact same as the first trailer. Hopefully it isn't the exact same though. I mean, it's supposed to be a pre-order trailer, so... nope, it's different! It's the E3 trailer all over again. So... the same map, too. Even though the layout's been changed for the beta. So yeah, we got a new overview, we got... Okay, so... There's a billboard, okay. So everything leads up to Peterson. Okay, so we can look at people. It doesn't look like there's a limit of how many cameras we can have. So we're spying on them. So this looks like an extended trailer of what we had before, the beta trailer. What is that key for? Alright, yeah, this definitely looks like an extended trailer of what we had before. Okay. So yeah, that's old footage, and this is the new footage of the beta. It looks so much nicer. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm really liking this. It says it's an HD, but it should be, but for some reason it doesn't look that great. I don't know why. It's weird. Okay, are we gonna end off the same? I think so. Alright, going a little bit slower. Okay, yeah, it's definitely a little bit slower of a scene. So... Oh, wait, what? Why did it combine the jump scare with the guest? That's weird. And then they decide to give us a time lapse of the bakery and the daytime. And then you can see Peterson's original house in the back. Anyways, time to go and analyze. So obviously the trailer starts off the same. You got the guest running at the fake kid statue, and then he breaks down the barn door. However, here about 12 seconds in is where it starts to change. You got a remake of the E3 trailer scene where the neighbor is coming at you with his car, and then the character's just kind of sleeping. I'm in slow-mo, by the way. And then, yeah, the neighbor's just coming at you, trying to run you down. And then you can actually see him in the car. Yep, right there. Right there, that's him. I think it's kind of obvious, though. I mean, why wouldn't they have him in the car? Well, because of game design reasons. And now you see him pulling out an outdated map of Ravenbrooks because the new map for the game is completely different. The beta map, it does not look like this. It's more like... It's a lot smaller. All the locations are all compact, they're all super close together, but you don't need me to tell you that because you can see it here in a moment. I mean, like, look at that. It looks kind of big. There's the amusement park right there. But, I mean, when you think about it, Mr. Peterson's house is right there. There's the placeholder for Nicky Roth's house. And then, obviously, Taxidermist's house is right there. But then the museum is right there, which is where Mr. Peterson is hiding from the police. And it's like a tenth of a mile away, not even from where he was hiding before. It's like a few yards away. It's a few acres, maybe. Or not even. And then you had the bakery and the mayor's house, blah, 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 blah. It just, it all leads to everyone's idea, really, that this map has been shrunk from the final game's map, so that way it's easier to traverse. Now, here's something interesting. These little sections on the roof, these little windows that jet out, they aren't directly, like, connected. They're, like, coming out of this side, and then they have, like, little support beams on there. It's weird. And then we have the point where the conspiracy board, where everything leads all back to Peterson. Now, here's something cool. This is a character we have not seen. It is a bald, looks like a fisherman. It looks like him and the taxidermist are connected. I don't think it is the taxidermist, but we will have to see. Oh, would you look at that? Him and the taxidermist are friends. That's him right there. That's Mr. Otto. And then yeah, as you can see, there's something related to the relaying the baker to the neighbor. The only relation between the mayor and the neighbor is the fact that Mr. Peterson has all the stuff about the mayor in his house, and then obviously Mr. Otto has the bear and attic. It's weird stuff. Well, and then you have a recreation of the one scene from the AI trailer where you pick up the camera and then here's a unique scene. It builds up to spying on Mr. Otto, the taxidermist. Now, here's something weird. You don't see any display of like a limited amount of cameras. So that might mean that they listen to the fans and decide not to have a limit, or you just can't see the limit. I honestly do not know. But yeah, this leads to the scene we saw in the original Bay trailer where he's shooting a duck, shooting his own creation, I guess. And then yeah, there's this big key in his little basement type section in the taxidermist's house. There's a asset I think from the original Hello Neighbor, those little red cushion chair things. But yeah. And then it cuts to the police again. It's just kind of a remake with some extra scenes of the first trailer, but yeah. And they also get to have some updated scenes. It's just cool. Now, here's something interesting. We have not gotten to see a good view of the lake. It looks like there's like some like sunken houses. It looks like there's a house on the side of the lake that like sunk down into it. So that's something to consider. Now, here is what I think is the mayor's secret. I think that he has something secret in this little trap door. I think it's gonna be hard to get there, or not, or it's just gonna be another way of getting into maybe the second floor of his house or the third floor. His house is pretty big, as you can see, and then here's a scene of him just kind of having lunch, brunch, dinner. I honestly don't know. And then yeah, here's a scene of what is his little trophy closet, maybe? Looks like he was a sailor at one point, too. And then, yeah, here's the scene from earlier where you grab the bear head and then you put it on the stuffed bear statue in the neighbor's museum, and then it opens up the attic. Now, here's something weird. Obviously, the scene here is slower, but it was slower in normal speed, too. But, here's the weirdest part. The neighbor's jump scare is mixed in with the guest. Like, look at that. It's very odd. Also, I like how the neighbor was just standing there looking the other way until he decided to jump scare you. Probably spawns behind you in this trailer. It's a scripted trailer, obviously. And then he catches you, but then it's also in the original trailer it wasn't like this. It's combined with the guest jump scare. And so it really gives you a good idea of how the two are right next to each other. Like you get to see the neighbor and the guest right next to each other. Get to see their physical appearance, I guess you could say. But yeah, that's that trailer. So now we can move on to the teaser images. So here's where some other things get interesting. The first image we have that I'm going to talk about is this image of the guest. Now, it looks like first it shows that there's actually weather in this game because it's cloudy and the lights are on and there's water on the ground, so that proves that there's actual weather. But secondly, why is the Birdman going up to Mr. Peterson's house? We don't know if he's Peterson or not. I mean, the books, he gets unmasked and he's Peterson, but then him and Peterson are standing right next to each other in screenshots. It's complicated, but hear me out. I think the guest is coming to the neighbor's house to go sneak up on him when Mr. Peterson is behind the house in one of the recent screenshots here. If I go to Tiny Build Games, their YouTube channel, and then I go to their community tab, as long as my mouse actually works, then look at this. Look, it's about that same type. it's about that same time of day, and the guest is sneaking up behind Mr. Peterson, and it's behind Mr. Peterson's house. I'm not gonna get into why it's behind Peterson's house, but the main thing is that, yeah, it's Peterson's house. This is getting cringy. Anyways, so yeah, I believe this is a precursor to what we saw in that image. So now, let's go to the next one. This next one is weird. Mr. Peterson collected all the missing posters of his own children, Aaron, Maya, and Nikki Roth, and he just put them in front of the fireplace, and they looks like he's trying to summon something. He has like all these candles and stuff above the fireplace all around. It honestly looks like he's trying to summon a demon or the devil or something like that. So maybe they're trying to lean back towards the early plots of the Hello Neighbor Alphas where the neighbor was working with the devil, but honestly, who knows? We'll have to wait and find out. So, yeah, there isn't really much to talk about in this image because, yeah. I mean, there's the mayor right there sitting with his little bear head, and yeah, I mean, we get to see the doorway to the back hallway. We get to see staircase leading up. But other than that, there's really nothing. The next image is very similar, but it seems to be Mr. Peterson kind of just sitting there watching the fire. And what's weird is that he has a living room upstairs, but he didn't bother to kind of set it up down here. Could have used that room upstairs for something else, I feel like. Also, get to see that they reused some of the assets from Hello Neighbor 2 Alpha 1.5, which is cool to see, honestly, because the old art style is kind of getting ripped apart now because they decided to go for a new one, but oh well. What can you do? Also, it looks like he locked up the kitchen, because that looks like the kitchen from this angle, because you go through the front door, and then you go down through here, and then over there's the kitchen. Yeah, I think so. So yeah, why would you lock up your own kitchen, my man? Unless that's a different room that I'm just looking at. But no, wait, that's not the kitchen, because the kitchen is doesn't. I don't know. If that's not the kitchen, then that's the bathroom. Why would you lock up the bathroom? You need to go do your business somewhere, Peterson. Huh? Why'd you do that, Peterson? Huh? Huh? Anyways, now we have what appears to be you trying to hide from a taxidermist, Mr. Otto, as he aims, or at least starts to aim a gun at you, which, huh. Also, it looks like he has a little bit of a crazy eye right there. I don't know the name of it, so I'm just gonna. Yeah, looks a little bit off. But yeah, it looks like he's about to shoot us up. And yeah, we are also in the basement. I can tell because of the triple window right there design, and then the singular window right there, and then there's gonna be one on the other side, and also because there's grass right there, obviously. I'm also noticing a bench in the background. It could be by the lake, it probably is, but I honestly would have to check the map of Hello Neighbor 2's beta to make sure that it is the lake, because if it's not the lake, why is there just a random bench in the middle of the forest? But we'll just have to wait until the beta comes out to find out most of this stuff, so let's just go on to the next image. Now we have the police. They are currently up at Mr. Peterson's old house before he escaped to the museum. Also looks like there's barbed wire over there, but that's just blocking up the lake so that way people don't go for a swim. Anyway, so yeah, I honestly think that the cop cars are weirdly designed. I'm also noticing the gameplay trailer for Tiny Build lied to us. They really, really did, because there's a lock right there too, and we were able to open up in the beta gameplay trailer. So I guess that was just to advertise the game, or maybe we were further in the game. I honestly don't know. But yeah, here's something weird. These windows are not equal sizes. But anyways, here is Officer Leslie and Officer Nelson. I honestly think they have a little less detail than they did in the unreleased alpha too. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But yeah. Anyways, let's just go on to the next screenshot, I guess. And then we have this little piece of crap spying on us. He literally has the heads or whatever these things are called. I mean, I know they're heads, but I don't know what it's called when you hang them. He's watching us from his attic. That's already strange enough, but then also looks like there's something up there. I mean, obviously, he's hiding something in the attic. That's where everything is. But what's strange is that Mr. Peterson's also hiding something in the attic. Are you, the fisherman, and Peterson all working together into some big Birdman plot? Are you the guest? Or is the fisherman the guest? Or is Peterson the guest? Or is it the man in the hat, which we have not seen once in this beta? So, what happened to him, huh? Did you kill him? Or are you him? We'll have to find out and see. And here is our first actual look at Gerda the baker. She looks kind of ticked off. I mean, someone spilled paint buckets, her food's all over the floor. And yeah, this honestly looks like the result of someone breaking into the bakery to see what's going on. And yeah, she looks mad. Looks like someone got paint on her too, so maybe she was chasing the player and the player escaped and got paint on her. So yeah, there isn't really much to say other than the fact that the door in here looks like it leads into the main bakery. So she doesn't really do a good job of hiding this stuff. There's no like hallway leading into the back area. It's just straight to the back area from the main area. So oh well. And here we have the mayor playing with this little dog. Now, here's something weird I immediately noticed about the image just now. The window up here, there's no window. There's no glass in it. It's just carved out. It's just a carved out thing. I think that's something that they haven't added in yet, but yeah, I think they forgot to add in the glass or the window part of this before taking the screenshot in this angle. So that's something they're probably going to have to fix. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool to know that Skipper the dog is friendly around the mayor. I want to see a battle between Skipper the dog and Mr. Peterson. I don't know why, I just do. After all, the museum is literally right there. It's like what, 3, 4 stories high? I mean, it looks like you can climb up on the roof from screenshots we've seen, so who knows? I say who knows way too much, don't I? Here's second to last screenshot, and kind of makes the mayor not look so great because he is using binoculars to look down from his big balcony. And once again, you can see that the higher up windows on the museum do not have glass in them. So that's going to be something that they're going to have to add, or at least make an explanation of. And here's more proof that you're going to have to go to the roof of the museum because there's a ladder and stuff up there. So, anyways, it looks like he is spying on us, Quentin, the journalist that we play as in the game. So it looks like in this point of the game, he is already suspicious of us. So he might be ready to call the police or send his dog after us, let him roam around, or I don't know what he's gonna do, but he's gonna do something. It looks like he has an evil smirk on that face. I said second to last image on that last one. I'm sorry, but this is the actual second to last image. Here we have what looks to be Mr. Otto fixing up the hole that was right here that we were able to steal his gun from. So it looks like there are several holes in this old house of his, and this is like a cabin basically. This looks like an old wooden cabin style house, so obviously there's gonna be a few holes here and there, so yeah. So anyways, looks like he's about to fix up this hole by putting something over it and then probably patching it up on the other side. And it also looks like we stole something from up there, maybe the bear's head, or maybe something else. Who knows? Guess what? I teased you again! There's still yet another image before the final image I'm going to show you. It's still pretty basic though. It's just a bunch of pulls in the background of an image of, well, the dog Skipper barking at us in front of the gate. Anyways, let's just go on to the final one already. I'm tired of delaying this. The final image is a very weird run animation of Mr. Peterson inside of the back hallway of the museum. It seems that we can still use paint cans, and there's lamps, and there's a bunch of crap piled up everywhere. My goodness, you need to clean up, Peterson. And yeah, I mean, this run animation looks. Oh, I do not like the way this looks. I mean, the run animation already looked weird, but now, if they're gonna change it to this, it just looks worse, honestly. But I mean, other than this, Mr. Peterson's fine. It's just, yeah. If he's the guest, that would be even cooler, but we don't know for sure yet. But, yeah. I mean, that will probably conclude it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I've been trying to upload more frequently lately, and so I'm going to continue that trend. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out, dudes. Bye.